Sorry, Lot. You have to go. Turn to somebody and say, Lot, I gotta go.
I gotta go.
I want you to turn to somebody else and say, Lot, you have to go. God informed Abram to have a plan because he wanted to bless him. He wanted to make him blessed. And so God had also informed him, amen, because God had a desire for Abram. He had a desire for him because where God was bringing him into. Amen. It was something about Abraham. It was something about this man where God seemed fit to be this man to be an advocate or a blessing, amen, because of his heart. And so God begins to lay down the conditions for him and begin to bless him and begin to say that he was going to be a blessing because of the purpose that God had for him in his life. And so we understand that he must leave his country and his kindreds, amen, to a place where he was able to find himself, find God, and find out who he is in God. And so he had to leave his relatives and his father's house. And so he must follow where there is no knowledge of where he's going. Have you ever been to a place where you don't know where you're going, but you know you're going somewhere? Amen. You don't know where you're headed, but you know that God has a plan for you. So Abraham, we understand that at the end of the day was surrounded by an ungodly system, amen, of all types of adultery, all types of things that was taking place around him. And so God was calling him into this type of system, amen, to where as though there were many gods. And so they was worshiping so many different gods. And so it must get to a time, I want you to turn it down just a little bit. And so we must get to a time that at the end of the day that God himself was going to use him so that we can be able to understand how to be able to worship him or bring, amen, ourselves to the region of God's heart. Amen. It was obvious that they didn't understand who God was. They didn't understand, amen, the area where God was bringing Abraham into. And so God will never be satisfied amongst other gods. If there was a God in your life, amen, that God, amen, he's going to see fit that he breaks that God right down for you in your life. And so there we understand, I'm going somewhere, that those who will follow God must follow the example, amen, of Abraham, because he was renouncing and dethroning every rival, amen, every rival, and so that he'd be able to crown the Christ that rests in us. Don't you know that Christ rests in you, that you even know that was there to show the seed of God rests inside of you? So many of God's people are trying to serve God, but they have so many things that they are yielding to. And so you want God in your life, you want to worship God, but certain people are worshiping their careers, they're worshiping their boats, they're worshiping their houses, they're worshiping TV, amen, they're worshiping people, they're worshiping these things, and it's going on. So God is saying, I want you to understand that I'm trying to fit, amen, you into this equation of becoming a priest, but we're fitting God where we feel comfortable, amen, where we feel that we want, amen, God to operate in. And so, amen, as long as God is not inconveniencing us, we'll serve him. And so God is getting us from out of this mentality into a place where we can be able to understand the true and living God, not something that we just come to church and just, amen, play, amen, hammerings and just, amen, blend into worship. No, there is an intimacy with God where God want to bring you to the place where you can be able to know the unadulterated Spirit of Christ that rests inside of you. And so that's where we want to go. We want to get to a place where, God, why am I feeling uncomfortable, and how do I get myself from out of that place? It's something inside of you that regardless if you are depressed, regardless if you are going through in your mind, regardless of what is taking place around you, regardless of the subtraction that is taking place, we know at the end of the day that God will set up something to where as though he will build you up so you can be mature to be able to handle the pressure. The fact of the matter is, it was somebody that was doing the same thing you were doing, but they ain't here no more. There was somebody was here doing the exact same thing, but they gave up. You had enough God in you and enough strength that no matter what situations you was facing, you was able to handle the storm. You was able to handle the things around you. You better give God the praise, because if it's not for God over your side and God on your side, where would you be right now? I thank God, because I probably would have gone crazy, or I probably would have killed somebody. Y'all ain't called it back to me. Everybody acting like they all decent, like they all holy. But all the time, you had an anointing over you, so you weren't still saved and you felt like you wanted to do something because of how people used to treat you.
Lord, you better preach.
That's real. That's real.
And so we understand that God is bringing you to a place now that He is humbling you. He's bringing you to a place that He want to cue that pride once and for all. Amen. Those areas where you felt, amen, that you weren't saved. And God said, don't you know you were saved? Even when you didn't even feel like serving and you didn't feel like doing anything. Because some people have hurt and broken your heart so many times. But God said, I'm going to pick up the pieces and you're going to use this to glorify my presence. You want to pick up the pieces with people that thought that you weren't going to ever amount to be anything. Amen. People that spoke of death against you and spoke so much against you. God said, I'm going to bring you amongst people that's going to love you for you. And they don't care what environment you came from. They don't care what part of the street you came from. They don't care what environment that you came from out of. All that they know is that I see the God in you. Oh God, I see the God in you. Oh God, I don't care what people say about you. Who cares what spoke or say? And so people, they start worshiping all types of gods. And so we want to worship God when we feel like it, when it's convenient for us. Amen. We worship God with materialism and certain things, money, work, wealth. Things are predicated on how we should be able to worship Him. Amen. God, if you don't give me any money, I'm still going to worship you. Amen. God, if you don't give me any finances, I'm still going to believe that you're going to work some things out of my favor. I'm not going to sell my body. Come on, somebody. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to throw in the towel. Amen. I'm